So I'm about to give you a video of every time Biden has fallen on camera. At this point, he wins the title for the president with the most public falls. Gerald Ford would be a close second, who seemed to always be falling and hitting his head. But could this be that this points to something greater? I think it's possible. Could it be that all of these falls are symbolic and give us a picture of what his presidency has been like in the natural and the spiritual? You have to admit, it's possible. Here is his fall on the bike. Biden didn't just crash the bike. He's crashing our economy. He's crashing our country. And this might even be deliberate. You might ask why. It's because many suggest that at the end of the world, there'll be a one world government. And in order for that to happen, America has to fall. Is this part of the agenda? Biden falling on his bike to show the fall of America. Here is Biden stumbling up the stairs of Air Force One. Not once, twice, but 3 times. Hard to believe. Could Biden falling on the stairs of Air Force One point to something greater? That his whole presidency has been a trip, a gaffe machine. Even Obama had a hard time covering up for him as vice president. He was always saying something ridiculous. I thought this guy was supposed to be more presidential and have 50 years worth of experience. Here is Biden banging his head on the Air Force One helicopter. Here is another overlooked fact that I think people should consider when thinking about the next president of the United States. Joe Biden's dog has seemed to bite several people. Now, I'm pretty sure if you can't even control your dog, if you can't even properly train your dog, you're probably not in a position to run a country. I don't know, I'm just saying. Again, could this be symbolic? We seem to have someone who is running the country right now who has seemed to be dropped on his head as a child. The head is symbolic for leadership and government. We lead with the mind, yet we have someone running the country who you would swear is trying to destroy it. Record inflation, the housing market has been totally destroyed, crime rates are skyrocketing, immigration is out of control, the gender debate has turned into utter madness. Again, I'm not preaching hate. The international climate has spiraled out of control, and war with China and Russia. And his son has constantly been in the news for corruption since day one. Here is Biden falling on stage at a recent Air Force Academy. He didn't just fall, but brother looked like he couldn't get up.
As the president is doing fine after he tripped and fell today on stage. This all happened after he delivered the commencement address at the Air Force Academy graduation this afternoon in Colorado Springs.
This might be the clearest sign that he shouldn't run for a second term. We need a leader who projects strength and confidence, not a president who is constantly mocked on social media. This isn't good for the country. We have a lot of dangerous enemies that will take advantage of a weakness. As much as I understand why people do not like Trump, another 4 years of President Biden could spend the end for our country. People didn't vote for him. They just didn't want Trump. Has the alternative been much worse? I'm going to suggest much, much, much worse. If we voted for someone who is supposed to be more presidential, then why is he a total gaffe machine? If we voted for someone that had 50 years of experience, why are there blunders wherever this guy goes? Don't let your hate for Trump blind you to the fact that this president is a complete and utter disaster, and he shouldn't even run for a second term. We shouldn't even be talking about this. Just my thought.